Come check me out at Retro GameCon October 8th through the 9th at the On-Center Convention Center up in Syracuse, New York. I'm gonna be there all weekend, and I'll be debuting my 2 new Genshin Impact cosplays there. Those being Barbara as a ballerina on Saturday and Amber on Sunday. So if you see me at both of those days in one of those 2 cosplays, then feel free to come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you all there.
Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and, well, it's that time of year again, October, which means, yeah, that's right, it looks like the long sleeve shirts are officially back, the cold weather is officially kicking in right about now, the leaves are changing colors, and yeah, pretty much anything in general, and of course it also means one thing and one thing only, since it already is the month of October right about now. Yeah, it officially means it's time to get our spook on once again because, well, it's getting close to Halloween time. So yeah, looks like since we're already in October right about now, looks like everything's getting ourselves fully ready just in time for Halloween right about now. And let me tell you, I'm already really excited as hell for that. So yeah. And I guess if anything, pretty much, I have actually had quite a bit of a busy day right about now because, yeah, probably by the time I'm recording this video, I've already got done shooting my promo video for Retro GameCon that's gonna be coming up right around next weekend right about now. Yeah, really excited for that, and yeah, countdown is officially on right about now, so yeah, really excited for the hang right about now, but hey, I guess before all of that happens, and especially seeing of how probably by the time this video goes live, I'm already currently editing out my promo video that'll be up on my second channel sometime very soon. Probably within the next day or 2, it'll probably be up. So. But yeah, I guess seeing of how we're already in the month of October right about now, I think it's about time that we get ourselves settled in for a nice little Halloween treat right about now. So yeah, I guess that's what I kind of figure we're gonna do today. So yeah, and I guess for today's thoughts video, it's actually no exception right about now. So yeah, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what am I gonna be talking about for this latest thoughts video, seeing of how we're already in the month of October right about now? Well, it's actually quite simple. How about the latest movie that had just hit Disney Plus? That is pretty much a long-awaited sequel to a well-known Halloween classic from the 90s? Yeah, I think you can pretty much get the idea, of course, this one right about now. But for those who don't, I think I might as well go ahead and explain right about now. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video right about now, I think it's time we get ourselves right into the Halloween tree as we talk about the latest movie that had just hit Disney Plus very recently right about now, which is of course none other than Hocus Pocus 2. So yeah, I guess I guess that's what I'm gonna be talking about here today is, of course, not only the latest movie that had just hit Disney Plus very recently, from what I can recall, but believe it or not, this is of course a long-awaited sequel to the 1993 from of course the Disney movie released back in 1993, which is of course Hocus Pocus. So yeah, I guess it's actually quite fitting that I can go ahead and talk about this one, and well, I guess it actually fits the mood to, of course, what we're in for right about now. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so before I could go ahead and talk about this latest sequel right about now, I'm sure a lot of you guys may be wondering, do I have any full-on opinions on the original Hocus Pocus that came out nearly 3 decades ago? Well, actually, yeah, I do have a little bit of a history with, of course, the original Hocus Pocus. Well, not entirely for sure, but I think it's safe to say I did have a bit of a good connection with it for sure. So. But if you want to know my full-on thoughts, of course, this one, yeah, I think, believe it or not, it is one of those films that didn't actually do very well around the time it came out, but over the years, it's actually gained a massive cult following for sure, with pretty much a good amount of people, let alone a great amount of people, actually really enjoying the film for sure, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually one of those people who actually thinks that for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's good or bad or anything, but to me, I actually think it's a decent flick. But the only question remains: do I actually have a good time watching it? Oh, hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think pretty much if you take away all the bad stuff, this movie actually does have a whole lot more good than bad for sure. And it really does prove that in the original Hocus Pocus, the CG mixed in with the practical effects are done massively well. Visually, it looks really, really good and really does appeal to the eye flawlessly. And it really does scream Halloween when you actually see it on screen, which, yeah, compared to the other movies I seen around Halloween, the original Hocus Pocus really does nail it on the head for sure. And let's not forget to mention, I was even quite surprised that for this being a Disney movie, they actually snuck in a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, quite a whole lot of stuff relating to, of course, pretty much being a virgin for sure. Yeah, you heard right. A Disney movie actually bring in stuff relating to virgins. So yeah, let that sink in for sure. And I guess of anything, probably, of course, the main highlight for, of course, the original Hocus Pocus would definitely have to be the three witches, aka the Sanderson Sisters, all of which are played by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Sarah Jessica Parker, and of course, Kathy Najimy. So yeah, I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce any names for sure, but yeah, needless to say, the Sanderson Sisters are definitely the main highlight of the original Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I think if anything, they definitely have a whole lot of funny stuff they threw into it, and of course at the same time, they can actually be very sinister and actually be quite scary for sure, and I guess if anything, you do root for these for sure, and of course the three actresses that I actually mentioned, I can tell they actually had a really fun blast while making it for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for the original Hocus Pocus. I do think it's a decent flick, yes, but I always have a good time watching it for sure, and I think it's actually one that I wouldn't mind actually watching around every single Halloween for sure, and not to mention it definitely grew on, of course, a great number of people that actually did view it, and not to mention my girlfriend, Melody, she actually did admit that the original Hocus Pocus is one of her favorite Disney movies, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I say I think she's actually really I think she really is quite fascinated by it, and I'm actually quite thrilled with what she said on for the half for sure. So yeah, and of course, if anything, it did stuck true to, of course, well, not me entirely when I was a kid, but most of my family for sure. How, you may ask? Well, believe it or not, I think since I was kind enough to pull it out in preparation for this, I think we still currently have the original VHS copy of course, the original Hocus Pocus that we have for some time, and yeah, I won't lie, I think it is a really treasured piece of nostalgia to actually have for sure. So yeah, I guess about anything, we've actually hold on to, of course, this VHS copy of the original Hocus Pocus for a long time, for sure. So yeah, that's definitely saying a whole lot. And it wouldn't be until right around 2018, yeah, approximately 4 years ago, that, believe it or not, I was, of course, lucky enough to pick up this movie again on Blu-ray, for sure. So yeah, pretty much of anything, my family kept hold of course, pretty much the original VHS copy of course, this movie. While for me, I actually was lucky enough to get my Blu-ray copy of it, and let me tell you, it was really well worth it nonetheless. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much my take on, of course, the original Hocus Pocus for sure. So yeah, when I actually heard the news that they were actually making a sequel to it, I actually yeah, I will admit, I actually did get really excited, as I am quite curious to see on what they're going to go for, of course, this one, and see what new challenges that will have to be overcome, for sure. So yeah, that was, of course, my biggest hope for, of course, this movie, and I got really excited, and, well, it looks like the movie finally came out after quite a long time of waiting, and, well, after I had a really busy Friday, for sure, getting done with what I need to get done, for sure, I've, of course, managed to kick back and, of course, officially watch the original, yeah, pretty much the new Hocus Pocus sequel that just came out, and I guess, right about now, I just got out of course, watching it on Disney+, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie overall? Well, I'm not gonna lie, pretty much of anything, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was a lot of fun, so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's probably on par as, say, as the original Hocus Pocus, but if anything, I was, of course, really fascinated by it. I think I definitely like it as much as I like the original, hands down, for sure. So yeah, it actually got pretty much got a lot of new elements thrown into it. It's got the same witty style that, of course, it got brought in, while mixing in some stuff that is relatively new, for sure, and it really does capture the magic and the spirit the original had, for sure. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I actually really like this new Hocus Pocus movie, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First off is, of course, well, I think I know story is, of course, the one thing I always start off with, but I'll get to that later on, for sure. I think for starters, I think probably the one thing I should start with is, of course, pretty much of anything, honestly, what can I say about it, for sure? Well, I think we might as well talk about pretty much of anything. The one thing we actually should start off with is, of course, pretty much of anything, the nice talking atmosphere they brought into it, for sure. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually do think the film's talking atmosphere is actually far different from, of course, what I've actually seen, for sure. And I guess for what it is, I actually do admire on how well it actually turns out, for sure. I think it's practically almost anything we see in, of course, modern day horror films, let alone pretty much some of the, of course, recent movies that came out around Halloween time in recent years, like, of course, for example, the 2015 Goosebumps film, and yeah, that's just to name me a few right about now, in actually having the almost the talking atmosphere of course, a horror film, but actually do something a little bit different and a little bit more child-friendly, or should I say family-friendly at the same time, and I'm not gonna lie, this kind of atmosphere right about now actually does work well for, of course, this one, and yeah, I say it really does do the job fine. Sure, don't get me wrong, we still got plenty of course, stuff relating to Halloween, for sure, and and from the looks of it, they really did nail it on the head for sure. It's not much from what I can gather, but I do admire on the way they actually turn out for sure. Yeah, that's actually the one thing I could say for, of course, all that, hands down. I do think the tongue atmosphere for, of course, this movie really does work well for, of course, this one. Pretty much combining of course, some stuff we've seen in the original film while also mixing it up a bit and actually bringing something new and inventive into the modern world. And I think this movie really does nail it on the head for sure. That's actually one thing I really do admire for, of course, this one. And of course, if anything, probably I guess another good thing I have to say about this one is, of course, this film's comedy and humor, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think pretty much compared to the original, I will admit most of the funny stuff, and of course, the original would definitely have to be from the Sanderson Sisters, hands down. But with, of course, this movie, they not only brought all that in for, of course, this film, but also some stuff outside of course, all that. And I won't lie, I think the humor in this movie really does work well, in my opinion. Yeah, pretty much a good number of about a few minutes or so. I actually did get myself a really good laugh for sure. Yeah, I think the timing on them is just absolutely flawless, hands down. And yeah, I will admit, not all the jokes actually got a huge laugh from me, hands down, but I have to say, they really did a fine job with, of course, its humor, hands down, and I really do admire it in such a way. And plus, I will admit, they actually did bring in some interesting callbacks, but add a little twist at the same time that were from the original, for sure. Like, of course, yeah, we did get a little bit of course, the virgin talk, hands down, and I guess if anything, I think pretty much around the time they mentioned that, I think some people are like, what the hell? So yeah, I think it's almost like Disney actually kind of knew some people may be uncomfortable with the whole virgin talk in the original, so they probably, of course, cut it back for sure. To which, yeah, I will admit it is such a shame, hands down, because I would have been up for, of course, Disney actually do something a little bit more risque for once, but hey. Can't deny them for sure in trying to, you know, play it safe, hands down, but hey, needless to say, I really do admire the interesting callbacks from the original, hands down, while at the same time mixing in something new for sure. So yeah, those are what I can say for, of course, the first three that I can't mention it, but now they do have their bumps, yes, but I still think they work regardless, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got those three out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things that I should mention right about now. Which believe it or not, our next thing we have to mention is, of course, the characters. And yeah, I will have to say, pretty much of anything, the characters in, of course, this movie, yeah, pretty much of anything, the new ones we got, hands down, they're not bad additions, in my opinion, yeah, but I guess, to me, maybe I think they could have added a little something a little bit more, interesting, or of course give them a little bit more a little bit more development, hands down, but hey, regardless on that, I still think they're fine new characters thrown into it for sure. Do I wish they could have brought back some of the original characters from the original Hocus Pocus? Absolutely, hands down, and yeah, I guess if anything, the new characters I have to say, they're not bad additions, in my opinion, but yeah, I think if anything, it's actually what I could say for, of course, the long run. But I will have to say, the Sanderson Sisters, my god, they were such a highlight in the original, and my god, they're definitely a highlight in this movie, hands down. Everything thing from what I'm actually seeing, they really have grown a whole lot, pretty much compared to their first time in the original. Almost like nothing about them has changed for sure, but that's a good thing, I have to say. I really do love the whole way they pretty much they show off their personalities, and I really do love their willingness to adapt to, of course, the modern era, and plus, not to mention, compared to the original, we actually did get some really good development out of course, all three of the witches for sure, So yeah, I think it's safe to say I really do admire the way the three witches actually got a whole lot more development compared to, of course, the original hands down. So yeah, I guess if anything, those are what I can say for, of course, pretty much all the characters for, of course, this movie. And I will have to say, the actors playing all these characters, my God, they are really, really incredible, and I really do admire on how well casting these pretty much these actors are playing all these characters, and yeah, I will have to say they actually did pull off some pretty good performances in my opinion. They're not great by all means, but I do think they really do pull off some good performances nonetheless, hands down, and of course, since I actually did mention the three witches, that's another thing I should mention around by now. Pretty much all the actresses that played the Sanderson Sisters, again, those being Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Sarah Jessica Parker, and of course, Kathy Najimy. Yeah, I think I will have to say they are really, really incredible, as always. They pull off such incredible performances in the original, and my God, they pulled off the same kind of performances in here, and I had a blast seeing them for sure, and even I have to admit that, hands down, I really do love the nice sense of energy they are throwing into it, and I can tell they were really thrilled to, of course, be part of this again, hands down, and yeah, they definitely had a blast while filming this movie for sure, and sure, I mean, I will admit, they're pretty much yeah, I think I think there could have been some things that could have been a little bit improved on, but I have to say, all three actresses that play the Sanderson sisters, they really are the highlight, of course, this movie compared to the original, hands down, and yeah, their performances actually did age quite well, So yeah, I guess if anything, I actually did get a really good sense of nostalgia, pretty much seeing the Sanderson sisters in this movie when I look back on, of course, the original, hands down, so yeah, I think needless to say, they really are the main highlight for, of course, this movie, and yeah, pretty much just goes to show that I really do admire the really good acting in, of course, this movie, So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Pretty much of anything, pretty much compared to, of course, the towing atmosphere, visually, the film actually does do a fine job with, of course, its visuals, hands down, as well as, of course, its effects, hands down, so yeah. Pretty much from what I could gather, it does have a little bit of a sense of course, some of the effects that were used in the original film, because, yeah, pretty much of anything, compared to, of course, the original and, of course, this movie, the effects, the visuals and the effects, and, of course, the original, actually is, quite nice, because it was actually done in the 90s for sure. This movie, on the other hand, is released pretty much in 2022, this year, so yeah. And I guess from what I have to say, the visuals and the effects in this one, I will admit, it does have a bit of a slight similarity to, of course, the effects in the original, hands down, but I still do admire, of course, the nice little updates and stuff to help let it get itself going in the modern world, which, yeah, I won't lie, it's actually not that bad for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, there could have been little bit of a CG that could have been rendered out a whole lot more. But I have to say, the visuals and the effects in, of course, this movie, I still think they actually do work pretty well, in my opinion. And yeah, pretty much of anything, I really do like the way they pretty much brought all the in, hands down. It's actually something I really do admire for sure. And this movie really does nail it hands down. And of course, pretty much the direction, of course, is this film that's done by the film's director is actually really on point, and I really do like the way it's turned out. And not to mention, it's actually got some pretty incredible cinematography, as pretty much a good number of camera shots actually do work well, in my opinion. And not to mention, I do love how well cut up the film's editing is, hands down, as of course the film is edited out massively well for sure. So yeah, and of course, if anything, the most important thing that I can say, give it to all the stuff that I actually mentioned, is that I say it really did an incredible job in, of course, recapturing the magic and, of course, the spirit of course, the original Hocus Pocus, hands down. Yeah, pretty much from what I can gather, they never actually strayed away from, of course, all that. No, they actually kept it on point, hands down, while, again, actually doing something new and inventive, and actually do something really quite clever, hands down. And I mean, yeah, it does have a little bit of that 90s cheese that is a little bit sprinkled in for it, let alone, I think I have to say, it's probably hanging in as a garnish at the last minute in a 2022 entree that's actually cooked pretty well. So, but needless to say, I really do like the way they did recapture the magic of the original, hands down. That is definitely something that I really do admire in really good sequels, hands down, let alone some pretty good remakes that I've seen for sure, which is kind of rare, to be honest, but it still works well, in my opinion. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got those out of the way, I think it actually does show that I actually really do like this movie. However, if I do have a bit of a pretty much a couple of problems that I actually have with, of course, this movie. Yeah, I do have a couple. First off, I think story-wise, pretty much of anything, the film's story, I will have to admit, it's not bad, in my opinion. I mean, pretty much, I do love the way it's actually structured out, and actually does something far different for sure. But then again, I think it's actually one of those oh boy, here we go again type of stories that pretty much most, if not all, sequels actually have done for sure. Almost like they're literally gonna do the exact same thing, hands down. Well, we did get a little bit of the same thing as, of course, the original, but thankfully it's not for long, hands down. So yeah, good number of chunks of the story I actually do like, but then again, I think it's pretty much one of those here we go again type of storylines that's been using sequels for sure. So yeah, and not to mention the film's writing, I have to say, yeah, I will admit, it's not terrible by all means, let alone god-awful. I just kind of felt that it's probably, I think it could have used like maybe one or two more drafts to actually make it a little bit more interesting, hands down, let alone fantastic entirely. So, but hey, those are only the couple of problems that I actually do have for sure. The rest of the film really does work well for sure, and actually does result in something actually quite good. Yeah, not great, just good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can say for sure. So yeah, I guess all in all, Hocus Pocus 2, for while not really a perfect movie nonetheless, is actually a really good follow-up to, of course, a really nice Halloween film that really has gained more of a following every single time, and has been watched a whole lot around Halloween time for sure. So, and I cannot blame them entirely. Everything from what I'm actually seeing in the original, I really do admire it, and of course this movie hands down. Everything from what I'm actually seeing, yeah, again, could have used a little bit more tweaking, hands down, but I still think it actually works well regardless, and actually does result in something that really is admirable to watch, but not entirely for sure, but only for a good number of times that you can gather for sure. So yeah. And I guess if anything, pretty much if anything, does that mean I think it's actually a much better film than the original? Well, personally to me, not entirely for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Pretty much if anything, the original Hocus Pocus is still a admirable movie that everyone can watch around Halloween for sure. And of course, if I'm lucky for sure and want to celebrate Halloween entirely when it comes to anything related to Disney, I would definitely think of this and Nightmare Before Christmas for sure. So yeah, I guess in points, I know for sure that I don't think this movie is actually as good as the original Hocus Pocus, but I guess I heard a lot of people saying that critics actually did find it to be a bit of a to be an improvement to the first film since after it came out, and I don't blame them for sure. Yeah, because hey, as much as I will have to say that I really do admire the good stuff, and of course the original, whatever the original Hocus Pocus actually did good, this movie actually did really good, hands down. So yeah, I think personally to me, I know the original Hocus Pocus is a much better movie to watch, but I guess if anything, I think you can still admire the second Hocus Pocus that came out recently, as of course another Halloween movie to actually watch, and I dare even say it's actually good enough for a really nice double feature, hands down. Like, of course, you can actually watch the original and this movie at the same time, and yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about, of course, this one. So yeah, yeah, I guess if anything, the original Hocus Pocus is much better, but I know for sure that Hocus Pocus 2 is guaranteed to, of course, cast a really nice spell for me that'll leave me hungry for more. So yeah, it's not really a great film by all means, but I do think it's a really good follow-up to a really classic Halloween flick nonetheless. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can say on that. I actually really do like this movie, and yeah, I couldn't help but say that I actually do recommend it, hands down. So I guess if anything, if you're up for something to watch around Halloween while still want to have the strong love for, of course, the original Hocus Pocus, then this movie is for you. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say on that. So yeah, for my final score, yeah, I'll definitely be nice on, of course, this one, and I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, almost comes close to actually being a great, hands down, or should I say, not really as great as I thought it would be, but I still think it's actually a pretty good movie nonetheless. So yeah, if you actually got the time, and if you do have Disney Plus, definitely watch the original Hocus Pocus for yourself, because yeah, if anything, alongside the original, I say you're gonna be in for a real fantastic treat this Halloween. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, and I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this this latest thoughts video, and let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Hocus Pocus 2 and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, pretty much both to see how it compares to the original, hands down. So yeah, definitely let me know on that, and of course, As well as, of course, as usual, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites that I have provided with, of course, the links down in the description box below. And if you want to show your support for me, as well as get some awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget, definitely support me on Patreon. It would definitely mean a whole lot for sure. I'm always leaving it open for, of course, everyone to go check it out. So yeah, like I said, definitely go check out my Patreon if you haven't yet. So anyways, back on the subject matter. If you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and whew, boy, feels good to actually finally get this out of the way. I mean, compared to, of course, last time when I actually viewed the live-action Pinocchio remake. Yeah, I think this is definitely what I need at this point right about now. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can gather right about now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and now if you excuse me, since I know Halloween will be coming up very, very soon, I think I might as well get myself ready for it extremely early as well. I've got retro game con to get myself prepped up for, so yeah. Still got plenty more videos to get out first, but yeah, I'm really excited for the con about now, because yeah, I think it's my early Halloween treat right about now. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.